Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Ali. I'm from the University of Texas at Tyler. My topic is ethical dilemmas in reporting the 1989 Tiananmen Square riot, a case study analysis. First, let's see some background information. Making an ethical decision is very important in journalism. It is much more crucial in our related assignments. This study explores the ethical dilemmas in a much talked about riot, that is Tiananmen Square in 1989 of Beijing. And finally, it has extended the knowledge about Tiananmen Square riot. It happened in Beijing in 1989. There are a number of dates that have been reported in different newspapers, and it is still in discussion in the world media. As such, this riot is a perfect artifact for study ethical dilemmas about war-related assignments. So this study has analyzed a non-fiction literary story to know about the ethical dilemmas of 1989 Tiananmen Square. This is John Simpson. He was a BBC correspondent. The Tiananmen Square literary story is written by John Simpson. To understand about the ethical dilemmas that I am talking about, this study have used four ethical principles developed by a society of professional journalists. Analyzing that literary story, this study has found four major ethical dilemmas. The first one is taking a side. The reporter was showing a V for victory sign, and he also signed a t-shirt of the protesters. Indirectly, they thought that they have passive support from the media, and this might have motivated to be more active protest. Second thing was helping the victims. The reporters observed that 3 soldiers have been killed by the mob. He did not take action to save the soldiers. Finally, when the 4th soldier was about to be killed by the same mob, John Simpson rushed to the spot to save the soldiers. Thirdly, this study has divided the Tiananmen Square protest and massacre into 2 parts. In the first part, we see the protesters were encouraged to be more active because they thought that they have received a passive support from the media. In the second part, no reporters was there. They left the place to the hotel, and the protesters were alone. In this situation, the military took the action, and a massacre took place in that area, reporting a lot of death. So this was another ethical dilemma about how much vigilant the reporter should be and how much time a reporter should be present in the war-related assignments. Fourthly, reporters are under threat both from the protesters and from the military personnel. Summarizing these findings, this study concluded that the reporter really sought truth and reported it because they are widely covered. It seems they also have acted independently. They're also found accountable and transparent because they have this reporter has written this Tiananmen Square non-fiction literary story and disclosed all of the information. Some of them maybe have not been reported in that time. But the last ethical principle is minimize harm. In this point, this study has found that the harm has not been minimized. In some cases, it has been increased. Maybe the reporters has intended to minimize. This study have used only one literary story, and it did not take an interview from the reporter. Considering the limitations, future research should focus on more than one literary story, or they can take interview from the reporters who are present in that Tiananmen Square riot, and it would help to find refined finding. It would help young reporters to be more careful about the ethical dilemmas, especially in war or other crisis-related assignments. Thank you so much for your passion sharing.